Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about Miss Dior. So today is a day that we're talking about Miss Dior. I'm giggling because this line is quite bloated, if that makes any sense. There are so many fragrances in this range that it's a little confusing. It's a little ridiculous at this point, if you want me to be honest with you, but we're gonna go through the new Miss Dior Essence. So the reason I say it's quite clunky, and this is not exclusive to Dior, so do not get that from what I'm saying. This is actually a perfume industry type of thing. There are so many different names and nameplates within a actual name. It's just a lot. When you start to do what they're doing in Miss Dior, it starts to become confusing for a consumer. Not everyone, just get this, not everyone out there is going to be like you or I watching this video that are a little bit more studied on the perfume industry. So from a regular consumer standpoint, it's confusing. So we have the new Miss Dior Essence de Parfum. We have Miss Dior Parfum, Miss Dior Eau de Parfum. We have Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. We have Miss Dior Roses and Rose. We have Miss Dior the Eau de Toilette and Miss Dior the Original. And that's not even counting all of the other, bath and body products that are available for this range. I think they have this thing, which is a travel fragrance. It's a solid fragrance, which looks like a lip glow, but you take it on the go with you and it's a Miss Dior. So, I mean, if you're into that type of thing, there is that. The Roller Pearl. So, I mean, it's confusing in itself because there's so many other products attached to this. And that's not even going into the details of whenever I worked for Dior. This label itself has had, God, I can't even count at this point. They had Miss Dior Eau Fraiche. They had Miss Dior the Eau de Parfum, which has been reformulated and reworked about, I want to say a good 10 times at this point, because I started with them. It was a certain Miss Dior. It was very much focused on that like bitter patchouli type of fragrance. It was still warm though. It had some spice to it, and then they switched it to a more floral era. And then whenever I was leaving Dior, they switched it once again to smell more like Absolutely Blooming. There's Absolutely Blooming, which has been absolutely discontinued. Then they also had Cherie. I'm just saying, there's a lot going on in this range and it's quite confusing, so I don't know. So very quickly, the packaging is taking more inspiration from the original Miss Dior bottle itself, or the one that's now considered the Miss Dior original packaging, which is going to have the houndstooth all around it with a plain white label that says Miss Dior Essence with an ugly black bow. I mean, it's really ugly. The texture of it's ugly, the color of it's ugly. I'm not sure where the black is coming from. It was always said that Miss Dior had a dagger bow because they were kind of combining the masculine and feminine within the bow itself. I mean, to each their own. It's also kind of inspired from the Le Parfum bottle itself. The Le Parfum had the houndstooth only on this side, so, and I do have that fragrance, which, again, that's another one that was discontinued. But just to clarify, this is an Eau de Parfum. It is not a Parfum or Extrait de Parfum, or what are they calling it now as well? The Elixir, that's what they're calling their other fragrances, which it's all just marketing jargon at this point. But you can get this fragrance in only 3 sizes. Dior is, I don't know what the hell's going on, okay? I'm not trying to come off negative. I'm just trying to be real with you. So now they offer a 1.1 ounce bottle. I don't get it. I mean, what's the 1.1 for? Doesn't make any sense, but you can purchase this for $134 US, and that is their smallest size currently. They also do offer a 50 ml, which is 1.7 fluid ounces, and that is going to retail for $164, so quite hefty. I mean, this is not cheap, okay? Then they have a 2.7, a very odd size. Typically it's 2.5, which is 75 mils, or 100 mils, which is 3.4 fluid ounces. Here it's 2.7. I'm not sure what the reasoning for that is. It's Dior trying to be greedy in my opinion, but who am I to speak? This one retails for $198 US. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to come off as a bitch here. This is a brand new release, obviously, and it is by Francis Kurkdjian, which is the in-house perfumer for Dior. He also has his own perfume label. He's done quite a bit of work for other brands like Burberry before. Notes for this are going to be blackberry jam, elderflower, jasmine sandalwood in the heart. In the base, we're gonna get oak wood. So there is, I don't know how to describe this again without coming off snooty or rude, but there is just this, I don't know, there's no Miss Dior in it. There is and there isn't. Take this as a visual picture for what this fragrance smells like. I know each and every one of you have walked into a department store such as Nordstrom, Macy's, it depends on the region, but sometimes you have Dillard's around you. And once you walk in there, there is this smell when you walk by these high-end perfume counters. So if you're walking by a Dior as well as a Chanel, a Lancôme, typically Lancôme and Dior next to each other, which I find funny because they have fragrances that smell similar to each other. Walk through the aisles of the beauty department, there is this smell, this floral, perfumey type of smell. It's slightly fruity, it's slightly modern, and that is what this smells like. There is some Dior blueprint in here for Miss Dior, which is going to be that like rosy undertone, but this one takes more of a liberty. It's kind of doing what Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming did with the raspberry notes. It's nice. I will say it's pleasing, it's soothing, it's likable, but it also is giving off the La Vie Belle vibe by Lancôme. I don't, it's uninspired. It's a little generic. I don't think Francis Kurkdjian is at fault here. Well, he is and he isn't. The brand itself has kind of lost track of what Miss Dior is. I think that if they were to relaunch their classic ones that people have been asking for a long time, like for example, Miss Dior Chérie, I mean, people want that. People still talk about Miss Dior Eau Fraiche, gone. God, it's a miracle that they have kept Miss Dior D'Eau de Toilette because that's the only one that truly has that patchouli note in there still. All of them have lost it. You've gotten this fruit platter of a fragrance with a spice, a dash of Miss Dior in there thrown because of that May rose or because of that rosy undertone that's thrown in there to say it smells like Miss Dior. The note of blackberry jam is prevalent in this fragrance. It is, I would say, more of the, I don't want to say it's more of the star of the show here, but it really is. One that's adding some life to this fragrance that would otherwise be a little bit stale. I don't typically like fruity elements in a fragrance, but this one is actually doing an okay, decent job to make the fragrance seem a little bit more happy and a little bit more romantic, which I think is a vibe that Miss Dior is giving and they're trying to give with the illusion of this fragrance. Now, the jasmine sandalwood in here, I think it's very Dior's jasmine sandalwood, if that makes any sense. So you can kind of find it in other fragrances by the house of Dior. It's going to be warm, like a deep, rich silk, I don't know, robe, if you will. Very beautiful in texture. It glistens, it's vibrant, it's almost wet as well. It's a very nice jasmine. I mean, it is, because they do a good job with jasmine in the house of Dior, but other than that, we start to lose anything else that, you know, ties it back to the house of Dior. The oak wood in here is, I mean, sure, it's in there, I'm sure, because they're crediting it, but I don't know, you just can't really pick it up all that much, so it really didn't have to be labeled as a star of the show here because it isn't. In all fairness, I think that this fragrance is not really targeted towards my demographic, which, well, technically I am Gen Z, but I'm an old Gen Z. I like to call myself a millennial, okay? But it is, I think that's what they're targeting, is a younger demographic of the Gen Z crowd. But I'm sorry, at this price point, it's just not gonna happen. You're gonna have an aspiring customer, but I don't even know if people that are lovers of Dior, like real people like you and I, can justify going and buying a $200 fragrance, essentially. Longevity after testing this fragrance, I do have to say is decent. It's not terrible. I think that you do get some wear time out of this fragrance. It's just not my cup of tea, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't a cup of tea of Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming, which I'm looking at. I do have a bottle of that still. The only newer launch I would say that I actually like is when they reworked the Eau de Parfum. It had a lot of fruity elements to that one as well, but there's still a very luxurious rosiness to that fragrance itself that makes it feel like Dior. It makes it feel haute couture. It makes it feel premium. And this one is, again, it's kind of giving more of that La Vie Belle Lancôme type of vibe, which nothing wrong with that fragrance either. It's just very mainstream, very mall-ish type of smell. Other than that, I mean, I like the older launches, like the Eau de Toilette is one of my favorite ones. I think it's my actual favorite one from the Miss Dior range of the fragrances that are still available. And Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet is also nice, a little lighter, but it's a nice fragrance. It launched literally right when I started working for Dior back in the day. Other than that, everything else is just very expensive and very lackluster, if you will. So I want to hear from you. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of this review or of this fragrance. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Did you try it? Have you not tried it? I know that someone out there is going to get their feelings hurt because this is a fragrance that people do love and appreciate and wear. I do think that most of the people that have been wearing Miss Dior for years will be like, did we need this? We didn't. But to each their own, you know, someone out there is probably going to say this is the best thing ever, and that's okay. Wear whatever you love and whatever you appreciate and whatever makes you smile in the morning. Don't forget to also give the video a thumbs up, you guys. Subscribe for more fragrance related content. I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, take care.